Hi, this is Morgan Walton, and this is my Module 1 Personal Intro for EDL 851. A little bit about my family. I grew up in a small town in central Kansas. Currently am living back in my hometown as well. I'm married to my high school sweetheart. We have a 2-year-old daughter and a corgi. And I come from a family of several educators. My dad was a teacher in a small town not far from here, and I have grandparents who were in the education system as well. So I truly feel like education is my calling, and this is what I meant to do in my life. My education, I received my bachelor's from Sterling College in 2015. Sterling is where I also graduated high school and where I'm back living now. I received my ESL endorsement from Kansas State in 2018. That was from a recommendation from the school district that I work for, and I'm very excited and glad to have that endorsement. And then I have an anticipated master's in educational administration from Fort Hays in May of 2021. My career and my future. So I will begin my 6th year of teaching 2nd grade this fall. This past year was obviously a different one for all of us, and hopefully we never have to do that again, but it's not looking so great at this point. I've been in the same school, in the same classroom, and the same grade for all 6 years of my teaching, and I love 2nd grade. I really would be completely okay if I'm in 2nd grade for the rest of my teaching career. I teach in Lyons, Kansas, about 8 miles north of Sterling, where I live and grew up. I'm a co-pilot for my school's redesign program. We're a Gemini 2 school, and I believe it is one of the best things that we could have ever done for our students and for our staff. While it has brought a lot of tears and stress and frustration, it's also brought a lot of excitement and success for our students and really developed a love of teaching for those who struggled prior to beginning that process. So that's also given me a lot of leadership in my building and helped me to learn a lot of leadership strategies while working with my peers. I'm in no hurry to leave the classroom. If it takes me 5, 10, 20 years to become an administrator, I'm perfectly fine with that. As long as I feel effective and confident and successful in the classroom, then I don't have a need to absolutely leave. If the right position opens up, then it does, but if not, I'm in no hurry to completely overhaul my life to find the perfect teaching position in a different state or many, many hours away from where my family is settled. Alright, so in response to the prompts, provide a critical analysis of my understanding for the strategies for developing a collaborative professional culture designed to support improvement. I just recently finished my, or I'm currently in, I guess, my educational research course where we focused a lot on action research to improve schools. And so I added that in my strategy because I really developed a deep understanding of improvement for schools and how action research can help with that. You really need to involve all of your staff and students in that improvement process because it just ensures that they feel supported and they feel involved in that process, and it really helps to make that improvement a lot smoother than it could be. To support retention, build proper relationships with staff and students. If a staff member is not feeling supported, then they're not going to want to stay. I was on the retention committee for my district the one and only year that we had it. Did an interview with some nationwide committees, and we talked a lot about why teachers are staying and why teachers are leaving, and I really feel like it all comes down to relationships. If you really feel like you have a good relationship where you're at, then you're more likely to stay, and I really think that's the main point. To support learning, discover how all students learn. Everyone learns differently, and we really learned that with our distance learning, that some students really thrived while others really struggled with that. And then facilitate that. How can you help those students? How can you best develop that culture and collaborate with others to help your students learn and be successful? And then the well-being. To me, this is more important than academics. I feel like all schools and teachers feel that a little bit, but after seeing my students this past year, I was more worried about their mental health than I was about their academics. If their well-being is supported and they're successful in their mental health, then their academics will come, but you have to have that first. You need to be there to provide that support. Teachers have to develop that kind of culture within the classroom to support those students. Provide my understanding of the development of a healthy and effective professional culture played by these roles. Relationships plays a huge role. As I stated on the previous slide, I think relationships are huge. Sets the foundation for everything. You can't have success in anything in education if you don't have a relationship. And it also ensures positive, encouraging climate. That includes your climate for your students, for your staff, even for your parents and community members too. Trust. Build that sense of community. And it also, all people can share a role in the success if you trust them to give them a responsibility or to improve or to involve them in the improvement process. The well-being. The role of the well-being of the students and the teachers, it creates personal strength and provides for professional growth. If teachers are supported and they are feel like they have a positive well-being, then they're more likely to grow and be more effective in their teaching. And the final prompt, how all of this support the educational success and well-being of each student and adult. Teachers should focus on constantly improving. When we stop improving and we stop growing, that's when we stop being effective. So I really think that we need to ensure that success. We have to always be improving. Students should have goals. These could be mental health goals. It could be goals to improve their well-being. It could be academic or educational success goals. Develop that positive culture just to ensure that you have allowed these students to have that success in education. Develop an encouraging environment, and supported well-being leads to educational success. That's the piece that I wanted to leave this presentation with.